Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I've been told by some of you that the audio is not the best in my videos, especially when I'm in my back room. So I'm actually doing this with my headphones on, hoping that the speaker picks up better. If it doesn't, then maybe you'll never see this review. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get Pure Can Thunderbolt poster. Ooh, Pure Can Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, doing something else. What is it? I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Happens to be my my Butcher Baby shirt. Yeah, I picked this up earlier this year when I got to see him in concert. I've actually seen them twice now, and if you're unfamiliar, Butcher Babies are a band out of California. They actually started up in the 2010s. I was aware of their stuff pretty early on, but it took me a while to really properly jump into it. I was fortunate enough I got to see them when they were on tour with Mudvayne and stuff like that. And then just earlier this year, I got to see them in a more intimate setting, which was incredible. Like, the show was absolutely fantastic. I like them so much, I actually got videos of their performances I attended. Those videos are on my channel in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're absolutely incredible. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, I am in my back room today, and oftentimes, if I'm in my back room, not all the time, it's because I'm reviewing something instant noodle related. I eat a fair amount of instant noodle stuff because, well, I'm this guy. It fits my profile. But this one in particular, well, okay, it's got a little bit of an extra zing to it. Because, folks, I'm going to be reviewing Boom from A-SHA. This is the Hot Ones Garlic Chili Ramen Noodle Soup. Medium heat. Turn up the heat with a bonus heat pack. Okie doke. Yeah, so it's got the whole thing on it where it's like, oh yeah, add in the bonus heat pack if you dare. And it's like, man, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I went over there and wrung that thing out like it was a freaking tube of toothpaste. I was like, I'm getting all the flavor. I paid for this. So yeah. Let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. Let's get a noodle pull as we do. We'll go like this. We'll go, ha 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 ha! Let's try out some spicy noodles. Oh, and what with this being a review of some instant ramen, it's going to end up in my ramen review playlist, which is a playlist that I have for just sort of like instant food stuff. Man, they said let it stand for 1 minute, but I actually let it stand for a few minutes because I was doing something. It's still very warm. I just did this in the microwave, by the way. Typically speaking, if I can do it in the microwave without having to go over there and mess with a pan and stuff, I'm going to do it that way. It's tasty. There's definitely some heat to it. It gets on your tongue. It's definitely, it's not like crazy spicy or anything. Yeah, I'd say maybe it's around as spicy as like the Shin Black, if you've ever had that instant ramen, where it's got a nice warming feel to your mouth and everything. But yeah, it's not anything. I mean, to be fair, they did say it's medium heat, but at the same time, they're like, if you dare. It's like, Yeah, honestly, actually, it's a good tasting ramen. I'll say that. It does have a garlicky aspect to it. I like that. It's got a lot of flavor. Some ramens can be a little bit a little bit sparse when it comes to the flavorings, but no, this definitely has some nice, deep, rich flavor to it. I like that. I'm gonna get some of the broth and kind of because I'm guessing that's where. Yeah, even with the broth directly, broth tastes nice. It's nice and rich. Um, it's got a little, not a lot, but it's got a little dimension to it. There's a couple things going on there. Like I said, it's nice and rich. You got the garlicky aspect to it. Um, it's got a little depth. I can appreciate that. It's not really spicy though. Like, I mean, I say that I'm somebody who, my personal spice level is maybe a little bit higher than some other people, but it's also way lower than others. So I like to think of myself as being like sort of in a middle ground, maybe like upper middle. But yeah, I mean, for me, this is just nice. This is just some stuff that I can get down with, and like I don't think I'm gonna have to really pace myself with it or anything. Like, obviously, you have like the Korean ramens and stuff like that are super duper spicy. This isn't anything close to that. It's just some nice tasting ramen with a little bit of a kick. All right, two questions have to be asked though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. Because here's the thing. Even though I don't feel like it really delivered on the spiciness that I was expecting, and I really can't emphasize that enough, it tastes good. Like it's a nice tasting ramen. And it is something where, like, yeah, if I'm able to put my disappointment aside in terms of the level of heat, it's just a good tasting ramen. And I like ramens that have a little bit of a kick. And I appreciate the fact that although I do like some of my ramen's a little bit spicier than this is a very palatable ramen. It's not like overly spicy or ridiculous. So I can actually perfectly get down with it. And it's just got a good flavor. If I'm recommending it, it's not going to be for everybody. Even though for me the spice level isn't anything exceptional. If you're somebody who's just not into spicy stuff, I mean, why would you pick this up anyway? But it's might be a little bit much for you. But I would say that I think most people could honestly probably pick this one up and not have too much issue with it, which is why it's easy to go over there and recommend. Plus, it is one of those ones that you can do in the microwave, so it's really easy to do. So if you just want like a nice, rich tasting ramen that's got, like I said, a little bit of an extra kick to it, a little bit, yeah, it's tasty and good. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly proper spicy-tastic rest of your life. Unless you're not into spicy stuff, that's fair too. I used to be one of those people who used to rag on people who couldn't deal with the spice, but then it's like, why? If that's your greatest failing, trust me, you're doing 1,000 times better than I am. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and, yeah, just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, let me know if you try this one. Do you feel like the heat is there? Like have my taste buds just eroded so much that like even, properly spicy stuff can't affect them? Or is it really just kind of a little bit of a weak one? Because like it would not be the first time that I've tried a ramen that claimed to bring the spice, but then in reality was pretty mid. At least this one actually tastes good. So, but let me know, and I know that I've even reviewed some of the other hot ones ramens, and like some of them are, proper, but this one I feel, but tasty. Anyway.